Hey there everyone, this is the Saigami project and I'm Sunny. Since I want this year to be the new beginning of this project, I thought that I'm gonna delete some of my crappy old videos and replace them with newer versions with better content and quality. Here we go with the first one, the story behind how I got published. Meantime, I'm doing the finishing touches of a page from my manga Saigami. Some of you might know I have two published one-shots in my country. One of them was released in a magazine called Anime Stars, and it really has no big story behind it. They just asked me if I want to draw, and I said, yeah, of course. But the other one, it was published through a publisher, so it might be more interesting to you guys. So the story starts out in 2008. I was a freshman in university and I started to get more and more interested in publishing. So I visited forums on the web about publishing in Hungary. This way I found someone who was telling about himself that he's absolutely into publishing, has a lot of experience and stuff. So I decided that I'm gonna contact him. I wrote him an email with some of my manga pages and asked him to tell his opinion about them. And after this came the funny thing. When I got his answer, he revealed that he was the president of the Association of Hungarian Comic Publishers. I was like, oh my god, I wrote to an important person just like this, like, hey dude, could you check my stuff and tell me what you think? Needless to say, I felt like an idiot. But after the first shock, I read through his mail and I realized that things aren't so bad. He told me that my artwork was quite alright, but also started to highlight my failures, giving me advices, and at the end he wrote, if you wanna get published, come to me with a short story, and I'm gonna find you a publisher. I was like, oh my god, for the second time, but now it was an awesome feeling. So I started to send him different kind of stories, but he turned them down saying that they were too long. Actually, the definition of short story did differ in our minds. But he wrote his opinion about every story I wrote, helping my growth. It was like working with a personal editor. It was really cool. And then, after nearly a year, I came up with the idea of Prince, the Boy Who Never Lived. And after many tries, he said, this is alright, let's go with this. He showed it around the publishers in the association, and then he told me that one of them, called Fumax, took interest in me, and they're gonna back up my publication. I think this was one of the happiest time in my life. After that, I got a meeting with them, and I started to work on the actual manuscript. I received many help from them, and it really felt like as if I were a pro. And then, at the April of 2009, Prince debuted at the 5th Hungarian Comic Festival. So, basically, this is my story behind getting published, and I can say it was pretty much up to luck. I met the right person at the right time who found me the right publisher. But on the other hand, it was pretty much up to effort. If I did give up after so many declined stories, then I would have never reached my goal to get published. So if you wanna reach that goal too, then struggle for your dream and never give up. Also some advice, if you ever want a publisher to take a look at your work, don't show off with shiny drawings, but with real pages, and more like with a real portfolio. There are many people around the web who can draw nice colored eyes and headshots and stuff like this, but drawing a comic is different. So you have to show them that you're not just playing around, but you're really into comic drawing. That's it for now. Don't forget you can read my comics at SmackGifs, And if you wanna get more updates and infos, follow me on Twitter. I'll be back with the next part of Create Your Own Manga as promised, so keep an eye out for me. Bye!